Welcome to the College Football Bros. I'm Michael Newman.
I'm Ryan Newman.
And I'm Trey Newman.
All right, today we are going to do a draft, and the goal of the draft is to select the Home Depot Coach of the Year award winner. So obviously you can take into account what has happened in the first 3 weeks of the season, but it's not solely based on that. It's not, who would win up to this point. We're trying to project forward and predict who the voters are going to pick at the end of the season. So Ryan, you have the first pick. Who are you taking?
Have at it. I'm going to take Mario Cristobal from Oregon. Obviously got his huge signature win, winning at Ohio State. And looking at the rest of their schedule, Pac-12, it's not exactly, murderer's row here. So they have an opportunity to really go on a run, considering how well they've played so far. I think he's got a good shot.
Okay. I have the second pick here. I'm going to go with Kirby Smart at Georgia. And I can already kind of see the comments of people saying, how can he be coach of the year if he's got, arguably the best talent in college football, which I don't necessarily disagree with, but I'm making a prediction here of what the voters will do. And they almost always go with someone who is, undefeated or at least 10 or 11 wins. So Georgia, they've already beat Clemson. If they beat Bama in the SEC title down the road, it's going to be hard to not get a lot of votes for him.
Yep, I hear you there. I'm going to go at number 3, James Franklin. Sean Clifford has been much better than last year. They already have great wins at Wisconsin and versus Auburn. And Ohio State doesn't look invincible at the moment, so that I could see them potentially winning the East.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good pick. We're snaking it, so you get to go again.
Oh, that's right. I'm snaking. Ooh, this is tough. I'm going to go with Luke Fickell, Cincinnati.
Yeah,
this is exactly my top 4 on my board so far.
It really, it's obviously going to come down to a couple weeks from now when they face Notre Dame. If they're able to get by them and then do what we all think they should do in the AAC, I'm not saying it's a gimme whatsoever that they'll roll through the AAC, but if they beat the Irish, he'll be one of the clear front runners at that point.
Good picks there. Fifth pick here, I'm going to go with Jim Harbaugh at Michigan. They're, of course, coming off of a terrible year, and he entered the season on a major hot seat, and of course he's not off of that yet. He's still got to continue winning. But if he beats Ohio State this year, and like you said, they're not unbeatable. I know they're still, of course, a significant underdog at this point. But if he finally gets over that hump, has an 11-1 type season, then there'll be a lot of buzz for Harbaugh.
Yep. All right. This is tough here. So if you kind of look at the history of this award, it's not like the who's who. It's not like this is the Nick Saban award. Saban's won it only once back in 2008. So, some past winners were schools from Coastal, UCF, Colorado, Utah, Cincy, Rutgers, Kansas. So it's I'm trying to pick somebody that's going to come out of nowhere here. I'm going to go with Kalani Sitake from
That's
BYU.
Mm-hmm.
They're already 3-0, had some good wins, and there's no big, huge game where they might be favorites on just about every game they're playing the rest of the year, considering they keep what they've been doing. So I think, if they go on a bit of a run, I think I could see him getting a lot of buzz, especially for what he did last year too.
Not a bad pick. You go again.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Ooh. Okay, I'll take Lane Kiffin as my other pick here. I like what they've been doing, as we've mentioned in our podcast this week. Trey mentioned it, really just how good they've been. Their offense has been insane. So if they can continue to do that, if they can upset Bama, they'll pull off a couple of wins here or there, they'll get a lot of credit, and they've just been looking good, so I'll go with him.
That is a great pick. I'm going to be honest. I should have taken him before Harbaugh. I messed up there. Yeah. Can I go back?
Sorry, man.
No, hey.
You're usually on the Lane train.
I don't know what I was thinking there.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You blacked out.
I did. Okay, I'm going to go for my pick. I know you say it's not the Nick Saban award, but I'll go Nick Saban here because...
Yeah.
It has been 13 years.
Someone had to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of take it for granted, I guess, with Saban. And it is hard for him to win this award because they're always expected to win the national title. So
exactly,
this award always goes to someone who at least somewhat exceeds expectations, and it's hard for him to do that. But this year, they lost a lot, of course, from last season. They got a freshman quarterback. Faced a little bit of adversity against Florida, so if they can kind of work through that and go undefeated, then he's got a shot.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to go with Kirk Ferentz, Iowa. They got that big win at Iowa State. They're on a roll. The defense is nasty. They have that winning streak dating back to last year. They avoid Ohio State and Michigan, and they get Penn State in Iowa City. So I could easily see them winning the West and then potentially winning the Big Ten championship.
Yep.
And then I will finish my last pick. I think here will be I'm going to go with Chip Kelly. There was the setback against Fresno State. I'm very aware, but he got the win over LSU. That still helps. And I think the Bruins are going to be a factor in the Pac-12 race. They get Oregon coming to the Rose Bowl. He's going to get some chances to be there late, especially if they obviously manage to win the Pac-12.
Okay. I am going to go with Matt Campbell at Iowa State, which right now looks bad, of course. They're not off to a good start, but they're still the second favorite to win the Big 12. So if they go and do that, even if they drop one more along the way, if they're like an 11-2 Big 12 champ, then that's amazing at Iowa State. I know it's a big if, but that is still within reach and he'd be hard to.
Yeah.
I would vote for him then. I feel like I don't know who the other candidate
pretty darn
would be,
impressive.
but
Yep. All right, so I got the last pick here. That's a toughie. There's definitely some good names out there. Yeah, you could consider like a Lincoln Riley, but already kind of a little disappointing, so I'm going to kind of stay away from that, even though they haven't lost. But Jimbo Fisher, the offense kind of scares me. I'm going to go with Sam Pittman at Arkansas. It's not going to take a 10-2, 11-1. I think like he could maybe even get consideration here if they go like 9-3, with considering who they'll have to play, the tough schedule.
That's brutal schedule coming
SEC
up.
West,
Yeah.
right? So tough schedule. If you go 9-3, considering what he took over a couple years ago, I think it'd kind of be like a Mike McIntyre. Kind of had a similar situation at Colorado, where I think he won it when they went I think it was either 9-3 or 10-2. It wasn't like they had to go undefeated. So
right.
He'll get a lot of credit if he can pull that off. And hey, Arkansas, they get a big one this week against Arkansas. They have a good chance to pull that upset off. So give me Sam Pittman.
Or against A&M, yeah.
What'd I say?
Against Arkansas. I hope he's not playing against himself.
Well,
but you brought it up.
As long as they don't beat
really
themselves, they'll be fine.
It's really hard to judge the guys like Lincoln Riley, Ryan Day, Nick Saban.
Yeah.
Those guys that are just there every year. Dabo, it's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody there, they just, except for Saban, those three other teams have been a little concerns, right? A little concerns up to this point.
Okay, so any honorable mentions? We're done with the draft, right? Any honorable mentions you have?
I had Hugh Freeze at Liberty.
Mm-hmm.
They can go on a run, obviously, with Malik Willis at quarterback. They're pretty potent.
I still had Lincoln Riley and Dan Mullen, but also Kalen DeBoer, Fresno State. They're looking really good, potentially the best team in
a lot of Mountain West coaches. Like, whoever wins the Mountain West could get it. Could be Craig Bowl. Could be, it's Brady Hoke. Like,
mm-hmm.
A lot of options there.
If it ended today, Mel Tucker would be certainly up there.
That's a
but
good call.
Projecting forward, I don't know. I don't know if they're going to have the type of season to warrant that.
Right.
Yep.
Or not to warrant it, but for the voters to choose him, But anyway,
yep.
Let us know in the comments if you have any other candidates that we didn't bring up. Be sure to like and subscribe to the podcast as well. We have both on YouTube. You can subscribe, of course, but we also have an audio podcast where we're breaking down Week 4 games this week. So be sure to check that out, and we will see you next week.
You've been watching the College Football Bros. Be sure to subscribe here on YouTube and in your podcast app for college football content all year round. For bonus episodes and access to our Discord chat, join our Patreon at patreon.com/collegefootballbros. Thanks for watching.